Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the Shiny Raikou channel. Now today I'm going to go through my Endymion Pendulum Magician deck profile. Now the base of the deck is Endymion, and let me explain why am I playing this deck in the first place. Each individual deck has its own challenges, whether it be if you play Pendulum Magician, the real challenge you have, especially me, is that it has no built-in protection for Nibiru, and certain cards that would just completely annihilate you. Now, Endymions doesn't suffer from that issue. Their real problem is that they get worn down by too many hand traps, and certain hand traps in the right timing can just end your turn. And that's just a well-known fact. Even though they don't really face an issue worrying about Nibiru, the issue with straight Endymions is that they don't have a big push. And Pendulum Magicians give the deck that sweet extenders that are so desperately needed. So the deck has great synergy together. Moving on, let's go into the deck profile itself. About the ban list, I don't really care. I'm just glad that I don't have to look on all these Herald of Perfection and Savage Dragon that were generic support for everyone because of Link Cross. I'm just glad about that. I'm also glad they didn't ban LP for no good reason. Moving on, we have triple Chris Angel. Beast, absolute beast. He's the master magician himself. Then we have one Reflection, one Magister, and one Servant. This rounds up your Endymion lineup. All monsters are self-explanatory. The only card that I may change is that I may cut Endymion to 2, because this is a 42 card deck. Now, Endymion is an absolute beast, a complete monster. So that's the only reason why he should be in here. And Endymion is so good because if you open with him, he's not an issue, he's just a free negate. And if you scale him and pop the whole field, he becomes an absolute monster. He's very good on both offense and defense. He's a very good card overall. He's a one card, beats certain matchups like Sky Strikers. Just having him with a spell counter, they can't deal with him. So he's really, really good. Moving on. Triple Magical Abductor and 2 Jackal King. Magical Abductor is a reinforcement of the army for your entire deck, while Jackal King is actually very good. I was going to play one because there's not a real lot of way to get into him. I'm not God, okay? I don't open every single card I need at every opening hand. I may not see Harmonizing, I may not see Abductor to search for this. I may have to hard draw this or search from the deck. So things doesn't always work out where the point I can see him. So one makes a lot of sense, but the card is just so good. And let me tell you a fun fact about this. No matter how you try to justify this, you will always see less monster negates than other negates. You will have more spell and trap negates than monster negates. You'll have more universal negating cards on your field than cards that directly negates monsters only. That's just a fact. So you will always want to see one of this or even 2. Moving on from there, for the Magician, we have the beast itself. Triple Harmonizing Magician. Really good free extender for the deck. The deck just really appreciates Harmonizing because you can just go into your link plays. This is a 1 card access code if things go right for you. Then you have 1 double Iris, 1 Black Fang, and 1 Purple Poison. Self-explanatory. The boys are back together. One thing this deck also appreciates, you see persons misunderstand. They think magicians work with magicians. No, they work with dark spellcasters. So your Endymions become a real beast under these. Because your Endymion goes up to 4,000 Purple Poison, pops a card in the process, then he's still a negator. Black Fang pulls him back from the grave. Your extra deck, all your dark spellcasters appreciate Black Fangs. You know how much time Endymion Eyes is in your grave and you just pull it right back and you just come back in the game free negator just like that. Double Iris is a beast. When you pump it with him, then go up to 4,000 double damage. It's just ridiculous. So the boys are great synergy here. Then you play 2 level 7s. You're required to play 2. I was having challenges when I played 1. You should play 2. If you're not familiar with any of these, Shanky, quick effect while he's on the field. He negates light monsters, so he's an effect veiler for the turn. Dharma Eyes is very good. His scale effect is completely irrelevant. You may never use it. However, the monster effect, when he's pendulum someone for that turn, magician monsters you can't control, well, pendulum monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. And of course, you have to play the brick. So sometimes he makes a lot of Pendulum summons very safe for you. Then we play triple Chronograph Sorcerer. Just good card overall. That runs it up for all your Pendulum monsters altogether. Then you have Blue Boy, self-explanatory. Then onto the spells. Triple Duelist Alliance, self-explanatory. Searches for all cards in your name deck that names Pendulum. Remember, it searches for double iris if you forgot. 2 Pen Call. Triple Spell Power of Mastery. Now, a lot of things persons aren't aware of. The deck really appreciates seeing this card. Because you use Duelist Alliance, going to this is going for 2 monsters. Technically, there are spells also. So it's exactly 3 counters. So every time you see this with your Abductor or your Servant, you know you're at space. Just right out. And I don't even need to explain the rest of these. They're just real good searches. That's very healthy for you. And a lot of times you'll find yourself with 4 spell counters in grave without really opening any decent spells. Now, here's the gimmick to the deck. We play 2 secrets, 1 knowledge, and 1 grand spellbook toll. Now, spellbook toll is going to throw off a lot of persons. You're going to be like, why am I playing that card? The truth is, there is no real better spellbook card that you could play that's generic. And what it appreciates for the deck is that if you open any one, a lot of time you open Blue Boy and the rest of these are dead. So this kills that for you. You'd have to open this and then you would still be live. So that doesn't always occur. And even if you open it and you have to search for Blue Boy, the rest of the deck is dead. While if I search for Blue Boy here, it wouldn't be dead. And also, Spellbook Toy is just a real good card overall because it pays its dividends after a while. It does not pay it on first turn, but that's not the end of the world. You can always send it. What I do is that I have Spellbook. You already know you have to put back a card. So you're going to put back Knowledge. So you draw for your turn. You put bottom of deck, draw next card. If you so had the last dead secrets in your hand because it's no longer dead because you put the card in bottom of your deck, you go search, send, draw 2 more cards. So that's 4 fresh cards in your opening hand. And that's just real good overall. And if it's destroyed, you get a free special summon for a monster from your deck. The thing is, you're going to go into another interruption. So yeah, persons should watch out for that. Then you have Triple Allure, self-explanatory. Then you have Upstart and Instant Fusion, along with the Trap. The Trap is actually really powerful in the deck. I wish there was a way to put it face up without even setting it, because Impermanence is just, that's annoying. But yeah, you see, if your opponent opens Impermanence late, they're just in trouble. For the extra deck, we have Restrict, Vortex, the Beast himself, Arcanine Magician, Boral. Now, these are self-explanatory. I don't think I need to go through. Now, Arcanine is an absolute monster in the deck. The mere fact that he summons, he draws out a card. And the thing is, you're drawing out cards overall. Because when you summon Harmonizing, they're most likely going to ash it. If they didn't ash earlier, they're going to find Impermanence for it. So that's 2 interruptions. When you drop this, if they don't find something else for this, you're going to then, even if they find something, you're going to exceed into your absolute. And look away to summon Celine. Celine might have at least 4 counters. Pull it back. That's 4 pops. So a lot of time he mows down fields. Then you have Absolute and Dweller. Dweller is a beast, complete monster. For the links, we have Cross Sheep, Master Ip. We have Apollosa, Access Code. Thanks for Sweets for lending me. Then we have the generic stuff that we must play. Tim, we play Breako and Triple Selena Gomez. Oh my gosh, Selena. So every time Selena pulls him back, she will have counters. You get to pop. If you have Endymion, always use your Endymion first and mow down entire fields. A lot of times, because Selene isn't even once per turn, I get into situations where I clear entire boards of even, say, 7 cards. As long as they don't have a board that's aggressive, passive boards just die to this. Because your go second is actually really strong. Even though you prefer to go first. I'm not going to go through the side deck. That's it for the deck profile, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. If you have anything to say, any advice, I'll definitely listen. You guys know I always listen. So I'm out. Peace. Have a great day.